Welcome to Pitbull Stadium. Time is starting to run short in this season. The goals, the aspirations are still alive, and we are looking forward to this one here in Week 10 of our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the Sam Houston State Bearkats and the FIU Panthers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, I caught up with Coach Longo before the game. One of the things Coach talked to me about before the game was just how important it is to get back on track. This team is on a losing streak here, but they know they are better than what their record shows. He said if we can get out to an early start, set the tone.
And the Bearkats headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the FIU Panthers offense will have first crack at this one. Man who will pilot the attack is J.J. Cole. More than 300 yards. Quick give. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires it incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Got him quickly. Turning it on. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. This time they'll throw it. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Florida International. The score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. The Bearkats offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And let's take a closer look now at Chris Reed. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
The Bearkats can play this second down a lot of ways. plays with just a few yards to go. Sends it back in motion. To throw, it's Luck. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Snap on first down, wants to throw. The sure hands, it's O'Neal. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains, it's at the 22. Wants to throw on first. They'll run the screen. Shakes a man, and he might take off. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Bearkats have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Hand it to the back. Makes a man miss. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the 2nd drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. I really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. The snap sets up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
3rd and long coming up. Turns it upfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Panthers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Got a man. It's Anderson. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Panthers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. There's some room. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And talking to the coaches coming into the game, they weren't worried about his legs. Like, that's not something that was on the priority list. Like, he can do some damage from the pocket and throw the ball down the field, and he's got some receivers. But how about early in the game? Seeing all the space, so much space, it took a while to get down the field, but he picks up some yardage. Nice job by seeing the space and capitalizing on it.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. The give. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Panthers. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run it. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. They pick up a 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throws it back. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. Looking to throw, it's locked. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bearkats want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 2nd down, going to throw it. Finds his tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Bearkats will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Nice job to make the fair catch at this. Didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Working on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Panthers are marching down the field. Sees a crease. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles, and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. FIU trying to pick up the first. It's 4th down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. False start of offense. They'll take the penalty and move them back. FIU will line up to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is just... He pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. This offense starts deep in a hole. Back to throw, it's locked. It's complete on the right side. Not quite so backed up after that play. He's out of bounds at the 12. And the Bearkats want to move quickly.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
Left side, it's Burns. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Burns. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Dumps it off in the flats. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, put more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it upfield. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on fourth down. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Right back to the well. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Maybe a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll use the running game on first and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Looking for the goal line. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Tells the run, wants to pass. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He goes down after the short return, but what a play to...
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Ford International comes out to start this drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Makes the catch. It's McNeil.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
They're going to ride this running back. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to establish the run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, looking for a man. Finds his man. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Wants to pass. Chucked it away just as he was hit. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? From the gun. Wide out trying to get it in. The Bearkats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Looking to throw again. Flips it out to the back. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Absolutely. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's locked. They're all over him, and he gets it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Bearkats come to the line in the hurry-up. They've been steamrolled so far in this 1st half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's O'Neal. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. And the Bearkats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Looking to throw for it. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum right down the gut of the field. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Panthers! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And the offense goes at it again. He's already got 5 catches, Jesse. So this quarterback, he looks like he's locking in on this guy. And the defense, I think they kind of got a clue and made a big play.
You're absolutely right, David. As a quarterback, you got to be careful. You don't predetermine who you're going to throw to. This guy's been uncoverable so far. So I get it. You want to get him more touches, but you have to let the coverage dictate who gets the football. And give the defender credit that time. He knew where the ball was going. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay for it, taking it all the way to the house.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Burns. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Fires to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, That's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half. On the field, they're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on second down. A little release to the back. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, he has to throw for it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Working the ground game. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's Ole Miss setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now to your game inside Pitbull Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearkats offense out there to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
On target. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now they'll run the draw. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. To the air, it's locked. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Caught on the RPO. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of that one.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And the Bearkats have pushed it inside the 20. The fake and wants to throw. On target over the middle. Touchdown Bearkats! A great catch and run for 6. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little... Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Great job by this defense knowing exactly where the marker was. He needed to get it to the 30, and they stop him at the 29. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
The give. There he goes. He's past the sticks. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got a little grass. Oh, what a cut! And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to outflank him with the jet sweep. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. And the pummeling has started.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs under. Touchdown on the go route.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the move from inside is 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Sam Houston State's offense taking the field to start this drive. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Sells the run, looking to pass. Between the hashes, it's Burns. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Looking to throw, it's Locke. The quick game. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. This time they'll throw it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this one is perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for running room. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Bearkats are threatening in the red zone. He's got it on the right. Could not make his way to the corner. And here comes the offense on second down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll try to pop the draw. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's second and long. It'll be a draw. Taken down.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. Fourth down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the fourth down.
Hunt is on its way. Surprisingly makes a fair yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Second and long here. Dropping back, it's locked. Oh, pressure's coming. And it's a sack.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Reed. Bring him down. And after that last completion, netted a big fat 0. They're looking at 2nd and 10. They'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in. Touchdown, Sam Houston. Here comes the 2-point try. They'll try to slam it in. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 8 before he stopped. The Florida International offense is back on the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll go with a direct snap. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. They kick it away on 4th down. Secures it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room. 36. The Bearkats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Out wide right, it's O'Neal. Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Got his man. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's locked. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Right side, it's Burns. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. And the Bearkats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bearkats. So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this 2-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a 1-possession game. Back's got it on the screen. He'll be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point try fails, and the lead remains 10. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting. Can corral the onside kick, and they do. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. The Bearkats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Turning it on. He's got the first down. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Might have a chance. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Left side, it's Reed. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Moves the pocket. It's locked. Reels it in. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Wants to throw one first. Looking down the middle. Holds on. It's Reed. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Caught. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Bearkats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's looking to throw. Rushes on. Gets rid of it.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to...
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season's outs, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together.